Alright, so we have the rail signal. Chain signal. Shouldn't even really need the chain signal, right? I don't know. We're not even using a signal for the copper one. It's just going. Or the stone one, rather. And the train shouldn't cross here. But you know what? We do need to set it up so that we can automate our train crossing, to your point. Alright. No, hold on. Let's bump that down some. Back it up a little bit. And then here, pulling in. I don't like the ones that cross over on the curves. I like to back it up just like one space. Helps me work it out in my head. This is good for now. Only one train uses these two sides, so this will just make sure something stops if it's in the way. In red? Yep. Good. Let's back up. This is, which stop is this? Uranium ammo. This is a little odd. So let's say you're back on automatic, go to little odd. And actually, while we're at it, let me hop on it and take a ride back. Yeah, it just loaded up while it was sitting there. Build up. Only missed this one car. I need to put some bypasses in, one for this station and one for that one. I wanted to hop out, but we're going too fast. Hop out. Wait, why'd you stop there? There you go. Oh, the other train was pulling out. It's got 46. Let's say... Go a little odd. Yeah, we're not going much faster. That is heavy. Okay, the train's setting in station. The stone train sets up at that station for a long time. I'm not too worried about it. Can also control click on the train map to send it to a spot with auto. Oh, nice. I don't think I've ever done that before. That's a good tip. Alright, so up through here. Oh, it's already firing? Just... Well, okay. Kind of want to see the effect. They're like, what? We didn't even need to drive it out. Meanwhile, I'm just hiding behind this cliff. Ouch! I didn't ask for the acid shower. Barely needed to do anything. Map screen with turrets on. I don't have the... Oh, we'll show range. Oh. Well, no, that's our current. Maybe I need to highlight it or something. I don't have that remote yet either. It was there? Oh. That's the big circle. I was so close that I didn't even see it. It's so huge. So we don't need to pull it out very far. Like, it almost doesn't need to be on a train. Let me clear out some trees while I kind of scope some stuff out. Will it attack worms, or does it only attack their bases? Nests and worms. I don't want it to get too close to Doug. Doug's over here. Won't target the worm. Okay. Let's do this. Let's say I have 200 tracks in my inventory. Let's do this silly thing. How's it going, everybody? We're coming. Can't really do this. Nope. Can't fire from the train either, can I? I don't know if my personal defense fires from the train or not. Ah, I can't get through there. I kind of want them to run over here so I can test and see if my lasers fire from the train. What's up, guys? They do. Death train. My repair bot's just coming out. And, I mean, you're kind of invincible at that rate. Till the biters are strong enough. Can we cut through the woods? Oh, that actually worked, kind of. From the train. No, back up. Will auto mark to demolish trees, etc. Shift click when placing track. Oh yeah, you're right. I didn't think about that if I blueprint it. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It was like, yeah, this will work. Great, now good. It's like as soon as you hit shift, it like tries to come up with a better plan. Yeah, we're going this way. They're so confused. I wouldn't say that this is the most efficient way to get across the countryside, but it is definitely the most fun. Also, we just like totally used up all the track that we had, but I'm gonna take back just this like last super squiggly bit. We'll come back up here in just a minute. That's fine, we'll leave that. This is ridiculous, but also really fun. What we would really need to do, well, I need a shopping trip, but, well, no, I guess we took those 31 back. Give me 500. Yeah, this one is the reason why this waits for so long, which I don't really have a problem with it. They all share. Here come the train tracks. But yeah, biggest thing with artillery trains of Doom, do not manual drive them near other trains. Since it's heavier, it will win and mess up a resource train. Good to know. I'll try not to rear end any of our resource trains. I do love our death train. Let me check out light oil really quick and see what's going on. It's trickling. Light oil to heavy's going. Because lube must be over 9,000. It is. Heavy. Heavy's full. We're getting there. Or heavy to light, rather. I said light oil to heavy, but the other way around. Maybe, but I think it had enough pressure before. I think it has to do more with the actual, like, amount. Like, it's almost out. We're converting to plastic. Yeah, they're going out right here where they're converting to plastic. Plastic production is in full swing because we're using it for the artillery rounds, probably. Let's check on our other, because we ported everything down here, didn't we? Check on our other oil location. Right here, right up here. So here we're bringing heavy and light. The light's very low. The heavy's full. That's what's going on, is that they're not refining more because heavy is not cracking fast enough. We need more heavy cracking. We'll put it on the same chain as the one that detects whether or not we have enough lubricant. Convert more heavy to light. I'm glad that I picked up on that train of thought. Yeah, so we have it right here. We have a little bit of space up above. Let's just kind of duplicate this. Almost perfect. And then we'll bring it up, and then the heavy that's pumping into here is coming from this pump right here that's on the logic. Well, let's do it underground there. It's on the logic setting for the lubricant, so that's great. So that'll pump the heavy up into here. This needs to be water. Gotta be careful with some of those. Let's see. This can go like that. And that's connected. And this is now light, going nowhere yet. That goes nowhere. Okay. Can put the water higher, get 2 pipes back. What are we saying here? I was only looking at where it was already connected here. Beside the plants. This water here. In between. I don't know if I'm picking up what you're putting down. Can move that. This one right here, the underground. When you say move it though, Gotcha. Took a second. This was me. No, yeah, totally. And I don't blame you at all for that, because I get it. You ever try to have like a really serious conversation with someone over like instant messaging and you're just like, I cannot convey this through text. I don't know if that was enough. We may need to do a little bit more. I think it's picking up. Won't need more, yeah. Okay, I think it's ticking up if we watch it. This should be ticking down. They're not full if you look at the bar. Anything needs to be serious or has to be right or heard right needs to be voiced. It needs to be voiced or not instant messaged or chatted, right? Like, I mean, if you take the time to like write an email, you can convey it, but you gotta like put some thought into it. If you can't put the inflection into it, you need the adverbs. You need the adjectives. I may do another. Yeah, let's stick another one on here. Let's see if I can just kind of finagle one onto here like this. I think we can make this work. Do this. 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 That should work. This is unnecessary. Well, at 25,000 for those, however, the fact that this is ticking up is perfect. All of these are now working. Plastic's still in full swing. Plastic was getting what it needed, but it was at the top of the line, so it was swallowing up what we had. All these are burning. All the refineries are burning. Let's go up to the top. Since we connected the pipes, that would have affected these up here too. So let's just double check that all these refineries are burning up here. I have a feeling that they are. Very good. Ooh, back off the track. Very nice. So we fixed that problem, which then should mean that our rocket fuel is back up to snuff. BRB. Alrighty, Blitz. See you when you get back. I want to automate this. I don't like that the robots are just having to go one at a time. It's silly, but I like our belt heavy base so far. Let's take the request off. Go back to our map. Control click on Urarune. Let's hope that it gets here without any trouble. There it comes. Get fueled up. Oh, where are you going? Nope, stop. Oh, you set automatically on little odd. Come back. This is where you park. This is your parking lot. Welcome back. The only thing you missed is I put a conveyor belt on our artillery rounds instead of having robots constantly deliver them one at a time. Just to be nice to our robot friends. So that should have increased production back up for a lot of this stuff. Those fuel canisters are coming in a little bit faster now. Yeah, there they go. Launched 5. Do we have a surplus of white science? Make them work harder. I want them to be available when we need them. We don't want to strike. Have you seen the union fees and their demands? We do have the robots bringing the white science up, right? Yeah. So we're about 5,000 saved up. So we're not at a loss for any of these. Yellow science. Probably the slowest production. Well, the rocket is probably the slowest production, but if you count these being made one at a time, a little bit different. I hear them, and they whisper sometimes. You have to get on their good side. Let's go back up. I guess this is the closest spot. Control click, right? There we go. Cheers. So go to the outer part. Can you control click on another part of the track? Or do you have to have a station to click on? You can? So it could be like... Hey. We're just creeping. Let's plan to go straight up from here. Straight. To these guys. Hey, wait up. Autosave. Skirt. That kind of worked out. Oh, we got a curve. Straight as you can. It's like you have to be quick. Quick on the click. So you don't get a loop-de-loop. What's up, guys? Almost left my robots behind. I mean, I don't want to get the train destroyed, but so far it's fine. The artillery is not firing very quickly. I mean, we could hang back here and let the artillery fire. Nice. Nice. Zip, zap. Just plowing through. There's some sort of metaphor here, probably. Shoot at that one. I don't have the remote thing, but... Oh, I can see the... Nice. I love how that looks on the map. Why are you firing at the further away one? Fire at this one. Can't transfer from an enemy structure. And the shells will give you radar. So it could be like... You firing? Fire again. We're relatively safe. Ah, we killed Doug. I'm not too upset about it, but Doug's dead. I'll make you a monument. You guys. We'll have to make Doug a mausoleum. He's in the arms of angels now. In the arms of worm angels. Doug's been with us since the beginning. I think I'll go all the way up to where this uranium is. We'll probably catch a bunch of alerts of biters coming and attacking this train track over time if we don't come clean all this up. You don't have a home. Where are you going to go? I don't have food for you, but you can eat my lasers. You still firing? Have we destroyed all the bases in the area? I guess there's a wandering group down here. What's up, guys? Nomadic aliens. Need a lift? No. Now, while it is very cumbersome to build the whole train track, that cleared this whole area out pretty quickly. We could go up the right-hand side of the continent too, or just over to the right. Let's see. What are we working with? We still have like 250 track. Let's cut right here. No, not down. Up. Not the loop. You know what? Fine. Do the loop. Can they barely not reach? Turn right. Go down a little bit further. There you go. It's just a silly part of the ride. Straight. I'll just pretend that there's some really smart reason for doing the big curve. Oh yeah, it's for maximizing the angle of our trajectory. Pull the mass around the orbital turn. We got to the coast here. We should be able to reach most of these bases. We could turn this into an ore train line later. So I got 39 artillery shells. Do we have to stop for it to fire? For 3! They stood no chance when we had shoulder lasers. Now we're just kind of conquering them. This is a hostile expansion, more so than before. Said that 6 minutes. Oh, did you say that we had to stop for them to fire? Again, memory of a goldfish here. I appreciate every single word you put in the chat, believe me. Let's see, do we want to go any further here? Probably not. Just gonna hang out for just a minute and let some of these roaming groups approach. I am home. Alright, some of these others that are just kind of out in the middle of nowhere here, maybe we should do that on foot. So I have some down here to the left. These guys over here. I feel like they stop and attack trees sometimes. They're having a hard time navigating this forest. Go on an expedition on foot for a sec. How'd you die? I don't even remember hitting you. Oh, it was these two that I was waiting for. Yeah, let's do a little bit of cleanup recon. Guess I'll run out along the coastline for these guys. True enemy. Trees are the natural wall. Speaking of which. Where are these guys I'm seeing over here? They're way over here. I also don't use the defensive and offensive robots as much as I probably should. I guess they were just red on the map and I had to rediscover the area. So there's this connection here, which I didn't really know about before. Or I didn't really notice before. There's a whole other continent down here, so this is gonna have to be defended. We used the drones once, like twice. Yeah, like, there's some things, like I was saying earlier, I've never really used the shotgun more than once. Like, I tried it and I was like, I guess I could see that, but like, I'm not mindful enough to switch between weapons when I'm running away from biters and firing. I just need to have an automatic weapon firing while I'm running backwards. If I'm in a high pressure situation, and then by the time I'm not in a high pressure situation, I've got shoulder lasers. So there's some stuff in Factorio that, while fun, oh yeah, see, these guys were cleared out as well. The red dots just kind of disappeared. While, you know, some things are fun in theory, like they're just not balanced into the game very well. Just wait till you nuke yourself. I could try to avoid that. Those were like level 1s, and they weren't even blue. They haven't had much pollution out here is what it is, right? Yeah, they haven't had any. So we have a whole cliff edge up here. That might be really easy to defend, or relatively easy to defend. We expand all the way up here. I just grenaded myself. Just kind of uncovering this cliff, just kind of get an idea of it, of how many gaps there are in it. There's tons of gaps. Can you set? I guess you can't set like offensive. Oh, rocks. I was like, what did I hurt? Can you set offensive drones to have any kind of like logical patrol? I don't think so, not without a mod, right? So we might want this uranium later. So the train's overkill because we could just kind of run around like this. Don't believe so. I just caught your message about nuking yourself. Wouldn't know from experience, but you know, I heard it's something. Does the nuke like raise all the trees and everything in the area? It does what you would expect it to do. Let's go over here to the left side. Just remember, no tab after being done with it. Or 2 tab after being done with it. Do you fire it from your, like, as a gun? Just spacebar nuke yourself. What's up, guys? So we long reach put Doug's name down here. I've never actually been over here myself. You're not Doug. You're like Doug's cousins. Yeah, Doug's place was down here. There it is. Maybe we get down there without scarring all the trees. We're gonna weave through here. It's like from a rocket launcher. Oh, it wants to make the pipes. Okay, this will be his monument. Doesn't look like Doug anymore like this. Let's get creative with some of these, like. You know what? Got a better idea. Use stone and concrete. Here's what I'm thinking. Kind of looks like an R, right? No, I like that better. I like that better. Where's my concrete? There we go. A little too far away for a delivery of the yellow concrete. Oh, I know. We need just a little bit more concrete. I gotta get down into delivery territory. That's gonna take forever. I could cheat. Then I'm gonna open myself up to a tax. No, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. It's not faster. I know it's a huge waste of time, but it's for Doug. Doug would have done the same for us. Alright guys, bring me stuff. Concrete's like right here. Oh, now they're coming. I'll head back up there. I'll take the same path. There we go. Come in one. Do something kind of like not super denominational, like more of a plus sign. There we go. Rip Doug. This land will always be his. We'll use that for the thumbnail. Alright, so now what do we want to ramp up? Because again, we are already making white science. We're going to follow a robot count now. Did not mean to go that way. Right and left. I'm watching for the train. I don't see it. Did it make us stop? What happened here? What? What? Very strange. Like, we've ridden over that plenty of times. No idea what happened there. No train coming, no train coming. Being a little risky, looking at the map. Cool. Park it. Oh, it's just a little too low. Fix that. Oh, that's full. Okay then. But also, we still don't have a good place for wood to be deposited and burned off anywhere. We could make a single steam unit that just burns all the wood. This iron, I just want to double check the place that that's getting dropped off at. Is it not going anywhere because it's so fully saturated? Kind of. Like it's prioritized. That left chest is a provider. Yeah. I'm trying to empty it. This is where it used to be, but we ended up having to put it down here because I wanted it to be loaded into the top row. It's all moving pretty evenly now, though. Now that the columns got rearranged, they're all pulling off pretty evenly. Well, some of them are pulling one row more than the other. I do like how this turned out, though. I think it turned out pretty well. How's our power plant looking? We haven't looked at it today. Anything I don't want to take for granted, it's the power plant. So, looks like it's still working as usual. These are off while the steam is being used. Tons of nuclear fuel backed up. All good, all good. I don't think these are going to run out anytime soon. These in the middle. 500,000. 1 million. Talk about automated vehicles. Got you looking at automated AI mods. Could basically have an army automated protecting or clearing tanks, robots, and such. I saw some that looked like little delivery trucks. They were like little land vehicles that did similar things, like they would go and build things for you. And I think I've seen the one with like where you can control the cars, but I don't know how easy it is. So that might be a good idea. Like we just load up a mod series and just try everything at some point in the future. I mean, it's all tangled up in spaghetti right here, but otherwise I think we did a pretty good job with everything because I'm not seeing much that's being choked. So maybe we try to ramp up our rocket production. Tanks, robots and such, AAI hauler, high capacity general purpose hauling vehicle for moving items around. The hauler was designed for use with AAI programmable vehicles mod and can act autonomously if programmed correctly. For example, collecting resources from miners and delivering it to depots. That's kind of neat. Oh, I remember what I wanted to do now. There was... Let's take something else out of our inventory. We have plenty of big electrical poles for right now. Let's ask for 100 refined hazardous, which we have on us, or we have some on us. Laser tanks. As a mod, because they're not in here, right? Tank, car, artillery. Laser tank. Let me blueprint an idea here. Let's say so just outside of robot range too. Can you edit in here? That would be neat. I was actually just thinking, let's see. So have a mobile mining force. I like it. These are within range of the robots, so probably have plenty on their way down. I'm assuming that the concrete overwrites itself so that you can paint the designs on. It'd be really neat if you could send them out to go seek, find, and then mine and bring back without you even having to go with them. Like put a gun on the top and everything. We do have these roboports here. I may want to turn that down. What I wanted, sorry I didn't exactly describe it, I would like to have a minor road out here. We might actually be able to use our vehicle. Out alongside this concrete. Maybe right here above it. Might be able to make that work. Group up the mining group with some guards since you can automate all of them. I'm wondering though if you can like tell them to go find it or if you have to know where it is already. But then that might take some of the game out of the game. This isn't a great road if there's just a bunch of stuff on it. We'll drive below this stuff. Ah! You guys have been following me forever. Might move this. I don't know. We don't have to necessarily keep this going all the way. I just wanted to start it so that I would have a mark for where I would want the road, and I think I'd want to like bring it up alongside here. We're gonna need all this. We're gonna need all this landfill to be filled in for that. Oh, you guys, I'm right here. Step just outside of range. Flame tank. AAI zones by Irondale adds zones to the game. Zones are highlighted regions that can be placed with the zone planning tool. With AAI programmable structures mod, you can place and scan zones automatically using signals. Zones become even more powerful with AAI programmable vehicles mod, where they can be used to control automated vehicles. Nice. Just go to your map and be like, this area over here, send vehicles. Bring back stuff. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this. Well, eventually. I'll just leave that and we'll come back to it. So for the rockets, if we wanted to ramp this up, would we just want to copy this multiple times? It's probably a better way to do it, right? Like we'd have to look at the ratios, because some of these, I think we got the ratios pretty close when we made them before. Aside from the rocket fuel, it could use more rocket fuel. Rocket fuel's coming from all the way over here, right? Right. We could ramp that up back there. Same person that made the space exploration mod. That I've seen some screenshots of. That looks really neat. So the one where you have like the Millennium Falcon. Give it a shot. Let me know what you think. Let's run up here. Grab some of that concrete. It's over here. Oh, come on. Was there a gap? It's so annoying when they're like flying right towards you and they're almost to you and then they divert because they run out of power. Just give me all of it for right now. We're going to carry this over a little bit. Well, no, we need to start turning up at some point too. Where do we want it to turn up? Basically allows you to take your rocket into space and build a spaceport, then in turn build spaceships and explore other planets, asteroids, and such. I like the idea of that. I wonder how good it is in practice. Oh yeah, we're gonna have to like do 2 turns. Because it'll come straight out, and then we've got to go up, and then over, and then up again. I think it'd be safer to come across right here. I'm going to mark off some areas with concrete so that we know where it's going to turn. And adds an entire game to this game. We need more games like this game. So if the more games like this game are this game, I think I'm happy with it. Come this way. We're gonna turn up. Let's turn up here. And then come across to here. Really, I used it all? I guess so. It uses it very quickly. But like here's the corner of where I'm thinking. And I start using shift so I can blueprint it. I think I say that every time. Bringing me more? Thank you. It's just enough to blueprint, so... No. I was holding shift. It's gonna be a ton, but... How far is this across? I'm not even 100% sure how wide it is. I haven't counted exactly. We'll figure it out when we bend the... I guess we could... Well, I don't want to count the concrete. But wanting to get into a space exploration map, just didn't want to restart. Hate the early game, but since you want to see how the AI thing works, do it all as one, yeah? Just like have a whole separate new game. Okay, this is all covered all the way up through here. This is green. This is just in between roboports, but it's not useless space. What are we looking at here? We're looking at blue for these three. Red for these, okay. I think I'll leave it like that for right now. And we'll turn that way. I'm just gonna go over this. We'll get the iron somewhere else. Cross over here. I guess we'll come straight up through the left side here. Well, no. We're gonna want on the right. There's iron here too, though. We'll bring it up through the right. So if we bring it through the right, then we need... some space here. Bring that straight down. That'll be where the turn is. And that needs to come over one right there. So this is going to take a million years for the robots to finish, but at least it's a singular task. In the meantime, our toughest part is going to be the actual bend. Yeah, that way. Oh, those are backwards. We'll fix that later. Well, I guess we could take these out without messing with the blueprinted concrete below. So many of them. These won't be a big problem. We'll fix those later. So many robots working now. Can't see them on the map. I think I'm going to take a quick 5-minute break. We'll let them work while I take the break. They'll bring a lot of this concrete over. We'll just stand right over here in a safe place. Let them work. And I'll be right back. BRB.